Welcome to our classes. I am Dr. K.K. Misra. In this video tutorial, I will be talking about Companies Act 2013. This is part 2nd. Here, whatever questions I will be discussing, along with options, I will give explanation also. Now come to the question. Question number 1. Which section of Companies Act 2013 states that SEBI has powers to regulate issue and transfer of securities? Options are A. Section 23, B. Section 24, C. Section 25, D. Section 26. Correct option here is B. Section 24. The Section 24 of Companies Act 2013 states that the issue and transfer of securities and non-payment of dividend by listed companies or those companies which intend to get their securities listed on any recognized stock exchange in India be administered by Securities and Exchange Board of India. Now, question number 2. Which section of Companies Act 2013 is related to issue of shelf prospectus? A. Section 31B, Section 32C, Section 25, D. Section 20. Correct option is A. Section 31. Here, the provisions relating to the issue of shelf prospectus are contained in Section 31 of the Companies Act 2013. Now, question number 3. A company promising to issue a red herring prospectus shall file it with the registrar at least days prior to the opening of the subscription list and the offer. Options are A. 15, B. 10, C. 7, D. 3. Here, correct option is D. 3. Actually, such companies proposing to issue a red herring prospectus shall file it with the registrar at least 3 days prior to the opening of the subscription list and the offer. Now, question number 4. A company filing a shelf prospectus shall be required to file and A. Information memorandum, B. Article of information, C. Article of association, D. Information article. Correct option is A. Information memorandum. A company filing a shelf prospectus shall be required to file an information memorandum containing all material facts. Now come to next slide. Question number 5. If a company wants to issue securities in stages, which type of prospectus it must issue? A. Red herring prospectus, B. Deemed prospectus, C. Shelf prospectus, D. Abridged prospectus. Correct option is C. Shelf prospectus. Actually, shelf prospectus means a prospectus in respect of which the securities or class of securities included therein are issued for subscription in one or more issues over a certain period without the issue of a further prospectus. Now, question number 6. What is the validity period of shelf prospectus? Options are A. 3 months, B. 6 months, C. 9 months, D. 1 year. Correct option is D. 1 year. Here, the validity of the shelf prospectus shall be for a period of not exceeding 1 year, which shall commence from the date of opening of the first offer of securities under that prospectus. Question number 7. Which among the following prospectus is issued by company prior to the issue of actual prospectus? A. Red herring prospectus, B. Deemed prospectus, C. Shelf prospectus, D. Abridged prospectus. Correct option is A. Red herring prospectus. A company proposing to make an offer of securities may issue a red herring prospectus prior to the issue of a prospectus. Now, question number 8. Which among the following prospectus contains salient features of a prospectus is a brief version of the information contained in the prospectus? A. Red herring prospectus, B. Deemed prospectus, C. Shelf prospectus, D. Abridged prospectus. Correct option is D. Abridged prospectus. Actually, abridged prospectus means a memorandum containing such salient features of a prospectus. It is a brief version of the information contained in the prospectus so that the cost of public issue of company may be reduced. Now come to next question number 9. Which section of Companies Act 2013 is related to issue of red herring prospectus? A. Section 31, B. Section 32, C. Section 25, D. Section 20. Correct option is B. Section 32. Here Section 32 of Companies Act 2013 states that a company proposing to make an offer of securities may issue a red herring prospectus prior to the issue of a prospectus. Now question number 10. Which among the following information is not included in red herring prospectus? A. Issue price, B. Number of share offered, C. Details of company, B. Both A and B or 1 and 2. Correct option is in fact here D, not B, both 1 and 2. Here in red herring prospectus does not actually include complete particulars of the quantum or price of the securities. Now question number 11. Under which section of Companies Act 2013 the term company has been defined? So it is very clear, it hardly requires an explanation, only section you need to remember. Here correct option is section 3, clause 1st. Now question number 12. What is the minimum number of persons required to form a public company? A. 1, B. 2, C. 5, D. 7. So here correct option is D. 7. Actually 7 or more persons are required to form a government. Now come to the next. Here question number 13. What is the minimum number of persons required to form a private company? A. 1, B. 2, C. 5, D. 7. Correct option is B. 2. Actually 2 or more persons are required to form a private company. Question number 14. Which new type of company was introduced in Companies Act 2013? A. 1-person company, B. 2-person company, C. Limited liability partnership, D. Public-private partnership. Correct option is A. 1-person company. Actually 1-person company is a new term which was not contained in Companies Act 1956, now has been introduced in Companies Act 2013, is a private company which is one formed by one person by subscribing their names or his name to a memorandum and complying with the requirements of Companies Act. Now question number 15. What is the maximum number of persons required to form a public company? So here options are A. 50, B. 100, C. 200, D. Unlimited. Correct option is D. Unlimited. Actually in order for a company to be public, it should have minimum of 7 members, but maximum there is no limit. Now question number 16. What is the maximum number of persons required to form a private company? So here options are A. 50, B. 100, C. 200, D. Unlimited. Correct option is C. 200. Minimum of only 2 members and maximum of 200 are required to form a private company. Now come to next slide. Question number 17. What is the minimum paid up capital required to incorporate a private company? A. Rupees 1 lakh, B. Rupees 5 lakh, C. Rupees 10 lakh, D. No minimum paid up capital requirement. Correct option is D. No minimum paid up capital is required. Question number 18. What is the minimum paid up capital required to incorporate a public company? So options are here A. Rupees 1 lakh, B. Rupees 5 lakhs, C. Rupees 10 lakh, D. No minimum paid up capital is required. The minimum paid up share capital actually requirement of rupees 1 lakh in case of a private company and rupees 5 lakhs in case of a public company under Companies Act 2013 has been done away with. Actually, it was earlier in Companies Act 1956. Consequently, the definitions of private and public companies stand amended in Companies Act Amendment 2015. Accordingly, no minimum paid up capital requirements will now apply for incorporating private as well as public companies in India. Question number 19. What is the minimum of directors required in the case of a public company? Options are A, 1, B2, C3, D4. So here correct option is C3. A minimum of 3 directors in the case of a public company is required. Question number 20. What is the minimum of directors required in the case of a private company? A1, B2, C3, D4. So correct option is B2. A minimum of 2 directors in the case of private company is required. So this was all about this video tutorial. This was with brief explanation about the questions contained in it. I certainly hope that you have liked it. And if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my channel R Classes and press the bell button and pass it on to others, those who are needy now and in the future. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.